written one for about 2 to 3 years. And I started translating poems dated back to about 3 years ago. And the opportunity came up when Martin asked me to translate one or two poems from one of the famous writers in the US. And the experience was quite interesting because when you are translating a poem, you're not reading it. You feel like you're writing it with writer because you're creating something that is deep down in the writer's heart. You are not only reading something on paper, but actually you're writing it. So it's quite special and it's quite different from creating a poem by yourself.
So it's more of a creating process, but in which you're not really writing it.
Yes, sometimes translation and creation or writing a poem, it's difficult to separate the two. Because sometimes when you translate a sentence from poem, you have to think of something, you have to actually write the sentence yourself. You're not only reading it, or you like moving something directly from one page to another. It involves a transformation in words, sometimes even the meaning.
Thank you. And my name is Carol, and Carol Tan. And actually for translation, I'm kind of, I would say newcomer, because I've just started translating some years ago, or just 1 or 2 years ago. And what I think about translation is like, apart from creation as mentioned by Raymond, I think it's kind of interpretation. Because it's just like the previous poem that I've translated for Liu Waitong. I don't know whether you know him. And this, yeah, you know him, right? Yeah, and this, because poem is different from prose. And I mean like normal paragraphs or passage. And poem is very precise. And sometimes the sentence, even in Chinese, I don't really understand it completely. So when I have to translate it to another language, I have to interpret it, maybe just add some of my opinion on it. So I think it's a kind of interaction between me and the writers. But sometimes when I'm writing, then I have kind of ignored the readers too, because my translation work is not very good. So it's just like I understand it, but I'm trying to polish it to make the readers of my translation work also understand what I have interpreted the words.